Hello, people, and welcome to update number 10. So, yeah, it's been a long time, and just wanted to update that I finally completed the RAG part of the application and the login flow. I'm going to give a small explanation. So, essentially, as part of the app, if you remember, it's designed for you to capture highlights, notes, and summaries of the different articles you read via your RSS feed. So, for example, if you have an article like this, uh, harnessing the future of data centers with the definitive Cisco 400. So you're supposed to be able to take different highlights of parts that you're interested in. You can also add notes on this particular article, and you can also add a summary to this particular article. So all these, okay, like the summary and everything, are then pushed to the database, and this database they're then given. Then using OpenAI's embedding, we generate embeddings for these different articles and all the rest. So the point of generating the embeddings is so that we can vector search them when we need to. So the vector search only comes in when you're actually going to actually chat. So if you go to the chat component, because the second one's the keep is where all your highlights, notes, and summaries actually being kept. But when you need to chat with your articles and everything, is when you get to these. So if you ask, for example, this particular question, and then it will give you based on your notes, highlights, and summaries, this is the answer. And if it doesn't know the answer, it will say, I can't find anything about I can't find anything about this inside your notes, highlights, or summaries. It may give you a recommendation on all that. But basically, your questions and your answers are all based on what it is that you save. So whatever you save gets vector embeddings, and those vector embeddings is what powers the chat, the AI chat. So you read, you build up your knowledge base, and then you can then chat with that particular knowledge base. So that is the RAG part of it completed. And then the next thing I want to talk about was the login flow. So the login flow of the app, I just used Mobin, and I got inspired by not inspired. I basically used the exact thing as DoorDash, not exact, but kind of similar. So from the Mobin flow on from the DoorDash flow on Mobin, I essentially pick these three screens and use them to replicate my own login flow. So it's something similar to this, all right, which I'm going to demo right now. So if I was to, here's the app. SD, if I was to sign out, yeah, let's say I need to sign back in. So when you first encounter the app, you get an anonymous user ID. So immediately you don't need to set up an account. You only need to set up an account when you need to access either one of the IA functions, either summaries or thingy, either summaries or chat. So essentially, this is the login screen, and you can either use continue with by email, where you can do the sign up or sign in, and then you can also continue with Google if that needs be, okay, or you can just continue with Apple. So it has the three different login flows. So now with the login flow done, I'll be submitting it to test flight, and then hopefully to the App Store. So I think this upcoming week I'll work on the integrating revenue card and finishing the onboarding. Not this upcoming week. I think this weekend is what I'm gonna do. Okay, that's about it on RAG and login.